So what's the difference between a project manager versus a project coordinator? How much do project coordinators get paid, and is it worth it? This video is going to be jam-packed, so be sure to stay until the end of this video because we will be talking about salaries. Now, if you want to move up to a project manager role and you're starting to apply to companies, make sure you download my free project manager resume template at alvinthepm.com/resume template. So why become a project coordinator? Well, if you're someone looking to switch careers into project management, but you don't have a lot of experience in the industry, then the project coordinator role is perfect for you. It's a really great way to pivot and transition into project management because these kinds of roles give you the experience that you need to advance the ladder and qualify for higher level roles. And that could be the junior level project manager or a senior project manager role. So for example, let's say that you were an operations analyst before and your goal is to break into project management. Well, then my recommendation would be to apply for entry-level project management roles. That could be project coordinator, project analyst, or junior level project manager positions. That way, you're applying to all different types of entry-level positions. You never know what you can get if you don't apply, am I right? Now, as Wayne Gretzky once said, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So do your best and just put yourself out there. You never know until you try. From my own experience in my role as an engineering project manager, I had a huge amount of support from a project coordinator in terms of setting up, planning, and executing our project. Our project coordinator played a really huge critical role to make sure that all of our team members were engaged, and also including the ones from leadership and management and helping monitor and control all different areas of our project. But not only that, I had the opportunity to coach, mentor, and give that one-on-one advice so they could learn best practices and grow their career even further. So from that alone, being a project coordinator will give you that opportunity to work with a much more experienced project manager so you can ask for their one-on-one advice, their mentorship, and coaching that you typically normally wouldn't get. You'll be the one that's best positioned to take over a project, or you could even ask for more responsibilities if you stay in that role longer. Because guess what? You'll have already worked with other project managers who can vouch for your experience and give you recommendations for your behalf. Now, before we talk about the differences between these two roles, make sure to smash that like button. Now, the role of a project coordinator is different than a project manager. You're going to see this a lot in the level of responsibilities, especially when you look at a job description. The project manager role is a much more senior level position, and of course, that means that it's going to have an increased level of responsibilities compared to a more junior level project coordinator role. As a project coordinator, you'll be responsible for the more detailed project related tasks and helping the project manager through all phases of the project. You'll support different projects from beginning to end. Since you're going to help another project manager lead the project, you're going to gain a lot of experience in a very short time period. So for example, you'll help out the project manager build out the project schedule. You'll help set up the project in your organization's software tool, and you'll help create the supporting documentation that you'll use to manage risks, review assumptions and issues, establish the project charter, and of course, capturing the key decisions in your project. And that's the one thing that I really love about the project coordinator role. You're going to be very familiar with all things that are project related because while you may not be the one who spearheads the project's strategic vision, you're becoming very familiar with all the processes and the tools that are needed to manage a project effectively. And in many cases, you're doing this while you're being coached by a more senior level project manager. So it's in this opportunity as a project coordinator that you'll come up with ways to help the team save time in the schedule so that huge milestones can be accomplished. And I cannot overstate this point enough. I really want to emphasize here that your role will be very important to making sure that the projects that you're supporting will be a success. Let's not forget the amount of project management experience that you're getting. This experience can be used as a stepping stone to land a much more senior level role as a project manager. As you're getting that experience that you need and you're getting coaching, the advice, and that feedback, you're learning how to manage and how to spearhead a project. You're also getting the experience and the technical foundation in all areas of project management. So that could be resource management, scheduling, managing budgets, balancing resources, and risk management, just to name a few. Now, the project manager role is a more senior level role with a much higher responsibility level. They're the ones who are responsible for the project's outcomes. All that means is the project manager is held accountable for leading the team and spearheading the strategy and the vision. Because the project manager role is more senior, they're usually the ones who will take the lead during your team discussions, your project syncs or huddles, and they're the ones making the presentations, the slide decks, and the updates to leadership. Typically, project managers will be the ones who spearhead the project reviews with the team and management, and they also take charge with much larger initiatives to accelerate and compress your timelines. They'll also be the ones who are in charge of creating and reviewing your project's budget, and they actually make sure that the project stays within that budget. By the way, if you're getting a lot of value out of this video, make sure to smash that like button because it truly shows your support for me. All right, so let's talk about career advancement as a project coordinator. Since project coordinators work hand in hand with project managers, you're the best position in your organization to level up your skills and be that go-to person in your projects. You can immediately use that experience you gained, that position, to level up and translate into a more senior level PM role in your company. Let's play with an example scenario right here. You're a project coordinator. During your first 1 to 2 years in that position, do everything in your power to be a sponge. Literally soak everything in and learn as much as you can. Ask for coaching and mentorship from other project managers. Take on more responsibilities. Find ways to be the lead on smaller projects so you can ultimately become a subject matter expert, or what's known as an SME, and be known as someone who knows how to get a project going. Start building relationships with more experienced project managers and other team members and other managers, and really start to build your network and your connections in your organization. So if you're currently in a project coordinator role, 2 to 3 years from now, here's what I want for you, okay? I want you to already be transitioning into a project manager role because of all the skills and all that experience that you've already built up. I recommend that you don't stay stuck in a project coordinator role, because after you finish year 2, or even let's say year 3, you should already have the experience and the skill set. You'll have so much knowledge that you can use it to be promoted to a higher level project manager role. Just think about it for a second. I want you to earn the income that you deserve, especially if you've been putting in that hard work. You've been hustling, you've been grinding away for the past 2 to 3 years. I know you can do it. It's definitely not going to be easy, but it's going to be well worth it once you've been promoted into your company. Or maybe, this is the cool part, maybe you found a new opportunity as an official project manager. That increase in your salary is going to be the icing on the cake. Am I right? Now let's talk about salaries for project coordinators, and let's just go straight to the facts. Let's use Glassdoor as our research tool. At the time of this recording, using Glassdoor, if you're in the United States, the most likely range is between $45,000 to $66,000. Glassdoor uses the median to determine the salary range, and they state here that the estimated total pay for a project coordinator is $53,980 per year in the United States, with an average salary of $50,940 per year. And also that the estimated additional pay is about $3,041 per year, which could include cash bonuses, commission structures, and other types of company benefits. Now, as you scroll down here, you can see that project coordinator positions, they actually pay decently well. Several positions paying above $60,000 and some paying even above $70,000. I do want to point out that in general, because of the higher level of responsibilities that are involved, the project manager will make a higher salary than a project coordinator. Now, I've personally seen that many positions on job forums as a project coordinator do not require a bachelor's degree from a university. They typically require at least a high school diploma at a bare minimum. When you take all of this into consideration, companies pay fairly well for a project coordinator. So my recommendation, if you're applying to these kinds of roles, is to go through formal training in project management by enrolling into Coursera's Google Project Management program, and I'll include links down below for you to check that out. If you fully dedicate yourself to it, you can easily finish the Google program in less than 2 to 3 months, and that alone will easily build up your knowledge, your technical foundation, and the skill set so you can advance onto more senior level roles and you can scale your income even higher. If you're still stuck and you want to know how to become a project manager and land that next job opportunity, watch this video next, and I'll see you in the next video.